Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in. So we're going to start off with a general reading. And based off this reading, I kind of will get into whatever it is I'll get into, because there's a lot of things I want to talk about. But based off the readings, I kind of just go off of that. So just thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Please comment, please share. Whoops. Okay. These cards wanted to come out. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so the first card I have is the Nine of Swords in reverse. So if you are, this message is definitely for the collective. So just be mindful of that. If it resonates with you, then it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just share it with someone who you think this will help them get through whatever it is that they're going through. So the Nine of Swords in reverse. So with the Nine of Swords in reverse, I recommend, if you're going through something, you are like depressed, or you have anxiety, or you're staying up all night and not really dealing with your problems because of all the thought process, all the things that are going on with your head, or you're feeling like your thoughts and your beliefs or whatever, it's like being conflicted right now. So my suggestion is for you to just work on those feelings, because it's not always about having or always being right or having the upper hand, or, you know, with like always in conflict with other people because of whatever it is that's bothering you, whatever you're going through. That's going to affect your relationship with your friends or with people who are close to you. I mean, people who care about you because of your thought process or whatever hurt and pain that you went through. Gotta let that hurt and pain go. I won't say, you know, it's easy to say let that pain and that hurt go. It's real easy to say that, and it's really not easy to let go of. But what it is that you can do is work on those pains, like talk about it. But when you talk about it, actually have a goal, actually have a plan to kind of work through those pains and all that stuff. You know, whether you do shadow work, whether you do a vision board, or whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you feel that you need to help you kind of like dissect whatever the hurt, the trauma, or, you know, whatever it is that's going on in your mind, kind of like put it on paper, and then put it all on paper, and then make a goal on how you want to heal from those things. Because your mind, you manifest the negative things that happen to you, because your mind is constantly a victim. It's in a victim state. If you're always in a victim state of mind, all you will attract or manifest are things that are not good for you. Like, you literally, if you have a negative thought process, you will manifest negative things. So believe in yourself, believe in your intuition, believe that you can rise above whatever it is that you're going through. Believe in your intuition, believe in your soul, believe in yourself, because your mind is a very powerful thing. You cast spells on yourself when you don't allow yourself to be free from negative thoughts, negative things, and negative feelings. Definitely tap into your intuitive side and just know that you can rise above whatever issue that you're going through. You can rise above it. You can definitely get out of your own way, because you create blockages when you have negative thoughts, when you have bad thoughts or whatever. You create blockages within your mind, your body, your heart, and your soul. You manifest bad things. So when you block things that are for you, you're the one doing that. You're building, you're manifesting these blockages because your mind is not in the right place. And it's very important. You're not going to heal overnight. That is like, almost, if you were like 30, 40 years old and you had trauma your entire life, like it's not going to be like this where you turn that switch off and you're healed. It doesn't work like that. But healing does take time. But at the end of the day, be on a path of healing. Actually allow yourself to be on a path of healing. And then take small steps or whatever steps that works for you toward that path, and stay in that path, because then it becomes easier and easier and easier and easier. But if you're just not on any path and you're in this negative state of mind, you're not going to be in a place of ascension or elevating yourself. It's just going to be very difficult to do. But once you do get on that path of healing, working on your thoughts, working on your conflicts or whatever issues you're going through, actually work on those. Sometimes it requires you to be the bigger person. So if you have to do that, then you have to do that. It will definitely help with you getting out of your own way and doing what it is that you need to do. You don't have to constantly be in battle with anyone because of those thoughts or whatever, your insecurities or whatever it is that you're creating in your head. You can literally just step out of your own way, connect with your higher source, connect with your feelings, allow yourself to be a little vulnerable, and you'll do just fine. The opportunity is there. You don't have to kind of like dwell in the past, because your past, don't allow yourself to continue to be a prisoner of your past. That is like the best thing that I could say to the collective right now. If this resonates with you, then hopefully these are some encouraging words of wisdom, and it helps you overcome whatever issues that you're overcoming. All right, so let's talk about spirituality. All right, spirituality 101. Sage, crystals, tarot cards, tapestry, Christmas lights. That's not spirituality. It has nothing to do with spirituality. Spirituality is within yourself, doing the inner work to elevate yourself. So a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I'm spiritual," or "I'm spiritual. I got my crystals. I got this. I got that." Okay, but at the end of the day, what is the work that you're doing? What work are you doing to, because it's way more to just the Florida water, or the candles or whatever. It's a lot more work than the physical. It has a lot to do with spiritual. It has a lot to do with working on your inner self. And bringing up your inner self and leveling up to where you are in alignment with the universe. So if you say you're spiritual, then be spiritual. Be that in yourself. Because some people will look at me and they'll never know, like, I am spiritual. I look like a regular person, because it has nothing to do with what's on the physical. It has everything to do with what's on the inside. My soul, my heart, my well-being, being able to heal myself, being able to heal others. It has a lot to do with inner self. So spirituality without inner work with it, which is healing, which is shadow work, which is having a vision board or whatever, anything for you to get out of your own way. So that resonates with the swords in reverse, the cards that I just pulled. Having those negative thoughts is because you're not allowing yourself to work on your inner thoughts. If you're not doing that, then you're creating blockages and you're not actually doing the work that you need to do to level up spiritually. Spirituality requires work. It's way more to it than the physical. It has a lot to do, and almost everything to do, with your inner self, saving your soul, breaking generational curses through ascension. Because if you are elevating spiritually, you're helping your bloodline heal. You're doing whatever it is that you need to do to ensure that your ancestors and your future ancestors and your bloodline, all the way from beginning of time all the way through the future, is ascending and being a higher version of themselves. If you're not doing that, then you're not, in my humble opinion, then you're doing a disservice to yourself as well as your ancestors. How can you be spiritual without the work? It requires work. It requires work, a lot of work, inner work, healing. It requires being able to be a healer as well, sometimes for some people. So if this definitely resonates with you, let me know. If it resonates with someone that you know, send it to them, comment, share, tag, whatever it is that you'd like to do. However this message gets to you, just know it comes from the heart and it comes from spirits. So if you come across this video, it's for a reason. Maybe it's you. And another thing, accountability. When it comes to spirituality, accountability has a lot to do with spirituality. You got to be accountable for your actions. Blaming because of you. All these people but yourself. You got to be accountable for your actions because you are in charge of you. So just be mindful of that. If you're going around calling yourself spiritual, be spiritual. Don't just say you are. Be that. Put in the work. Walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk. Do the do, walk, and walk the walk. But talking and just saying all that stuff and just buying all the props, that's not going to help you. You will still be the Nine of Swords in reverse. Because you're not really putting in the work into yourself to work on those, whatever it is that you're going through with the thought process. And also stop being a victim of the things that happened to you in the past. If it's like fresh and new and it just happened like a day or two ago, okay, then, whatever. But if it happened like 15, 20, 30 years ago and you're still not working on that trauma, you continue to allow yourself to be a victim. And it's just going to keep you up at night. It's still going to eat up at you, and it's not helping you. It's not helping you. So what is the purpose of holding on to something that is making you feel horrible? Just think about that. Healing requires time, effort, and it requires work. But you have to be willing to tell yourself that you refuse to be a victim. You refuse to allow these things to manifest into your life, because the old things will manifest into your life if you allow it. And that's why it's hard for people or to manifest things, because they create blockages, and what those blockages are, 9 times out of 10 it has a lot to do with your past. So your past is creating blockages for your present. How is that fair? Because your past is in the past. It already happened. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. But what you can do at this moment, you have control over that. From now, this moment, you have complete control over what goes on in your life. And then moving forward, every day, every time you wake up, you take on that moment up until you get to your future, to the end of your life cycle, whatever. Every day that you wake up, you have the choice to be in control that day. Tomorrow you wake up, you have control. Today, because every day that you wake up is going to be your present moment. So if you wake up 3 weeks from now, that will be your present. And you have control over what goes on with your thought process that day. You have control over with what you want to manifest that day. Claim it. Don't have excuses on why you can't do what you want to do. Find a way. Manifest it. Burn some candles. Have a better connection with your ancestors. Work with them. They want to help you. Because if they help you and they help elevate you, guess what? You are helping your ancestor bloodline be better. But anyways, that is all I have. If this message is for you, it's for you. If it isn't, but if you think it's for somebody else, share it. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful night, morning, evening, whatever time it is that you watch this. So I just hope the rest of your time is great. So thank you for tuning in.